This morning we are going to take the Josh head and go drop this off at the machine shop. I got to go to the P.O. box next and we will go from there, but she's all strapped down, ready to go. All right, so we got everything taken care of this morning. We were sitting at the Sunoco. I'm just waiting on him. We're going to put 50 bucks of diesel in my aux tank and then we're going to take it back. So apparently the truck that we were working on yesterday when we went to drive it, I forget if I put the clip in or not, but we started it. We were about ready to get going to, go take it on its test drive, and then it decided to die. We were able to get it started up one more time, and then it just never started again. So the fuel gauge is reading, a half a tank on the thing, but unfortunately, the customer has told me that it's probably just out of fuel because he said it was really, really low when he dropped it off. I had no idea. Now, I was going to diagnose it today, and I was going to pull the fuel filter out and see if it was actually getting fuel, because it does sound like it wasn't getting fuel. So either way, we were going to find this out, but the fact that he told me, so we're just going to get some fuel here, just waiting on him, and then we're going to go take the 50 bucks of fuel that we put in the aux tank and go transfer it into his truck, get the jump starter out and get it started, and then hopefully everything works. All right, she is done. Unfortunately, yeah, we had to put 10 gallons of fuel in it, but runs good. The only thing, that takes about 3 minutes and then it'll charge up, but it is actually charged. So truck runs absolutely flawless. I am booked up until I think next week. We had to move the Hotshot trip to Tuesday of next week apparently. So I'm booked up. We're gonna try to schedule it in for next Wednesday. I got a couple of things I need to do to this. I gotta continue with Josh's red dually, get his stuff prepared, and other than that, I think we're pretty good. All right, so we're still waiting on the turn signal switch. That should be here today. But new harnesses for the doors and a new blower motor. So, and then we got the glass for the customer truck in there. So we will go install that sometime today as well. But we're gonna get the doors installed. I don't know if these are the same or not, but we do not have rear speakers, and yeah, the harnesses are kind of shot. So all right, here's the old one. This one kind of squeaks when you turn it on. You can't hear it at these low speeds, but throw that guy in, and turn signal switch just came because the other one's not doing so well. Swap these. I already threw the other one away, but super simple. One plug right there, and then 3 screws. I had one of these on my old truck, which I don't know why I never ordered it on my old truck, because it was only $23. It's like I had to always smack it to get it to turn on, when I should have just replaced it. This was years back. I don't know what the deal was with that, but oh well. Hopefully no more squeaking. All right. This one's as annoying. Starting to think there's something up in there. I mean, obviously that old unit was old, but this one kind of ticks too. The internet said it was quiet. So I started pulling the rest of the harness out. We're doing that. So we're slowly making our way through, making it even. I found out why this wasn't working, so I cut that side, but the other side, there was still 2 more wires that were broken in there, way down the line. So, like I said, we're just replacing it all. There's no point in, trying to fix it. It's all corroded anyway. Might as well give it nice new stuff. You can see how nice and new that is. So, for the money it is. And then we'll just have to splice that into here, and we'll have a nice new door harness. All right, harness is complete. You can see we reused all of the factory locations. We're all down there. So now I can get all of this back up. That goes there. This comes out through here for the locks. Probably could have saved the old harness, but like I said, no point in trying when stuff's so cheap. Plus, at least this will last for another 5 or 10 years, Oh, we have light now because I opened this door. All those lights were off, so everything's plugged in now. We got this all mounted up. Everything is good. Now I just got to throw the panel back on. All right, so I just went and neatened up every one of the lines all the way down to the trans. So that is done. Hoping there's not going to be any rubbing issues on these. I'm kind of curious on how well these are durable, but they're a lifetime warranty, so whatever. I still got to get the cooler out of there at some point, and I'd like to deal with that wire at some point as well. That goes all the way up here. So that is this one right here. So I can probably cut that short at some point. Alright, this is what I spent the good portion of the day on. I told you I wanted to get these. I went to Harbor Freight. This is in the way, obviously, but I got everything organized. And we're going to be building a platform on the inside of the truck for all the Milwaukee stuff. So all this stuff's going to get moved into the cab at some point. Those are going to go up there. And yeah, like little things here and there, but for what it is, this goes in the screwdriver drawer. Yeah, she looks pretty good. So it's $52 for like a big pack of these and the shelving, but I did not use the shelving, so that's how it's gonna stay for now. Obviously, like we still have some room here, so I need to get rid of all these, and I like to build something for the hammers and whatnot. But this looks really good. I am really happy with it. I spent probably about 2 or 3 hours on all the organization with how bad it was. So, oh, I was looking for that. But yeah, so there you guys go. I am going to close this up knowing it's all organized. I would like to find something to hold that because I'm going to be using these more. So would like to, it's not done. It's not perfect. I am going to have to put something over this. This is just a temporary. I do not plan on bringing this many nuts and bolts with me. But you guys get the point. Nice, organized, looks good. You guys can see like all the organization and shit. So like, I wonder if I can get in here. Like everything is organized. Club box, everything organized. I am going to use these when my mother comes out and builds me this platform. We're going to be getting rid of these boxes, building something lower profile for the subs that'll like take up this entire floor here, something that can probably fold up. And then we'll be able to use this more because we have a blanket down here. So definitely need some more usable space. And then we're going to get this mounted as well somewhere where it's easily accessible. Alright, Godzilla pre-workout. What's that say on it? Strawberry kiwi.
And it has a little pit bull.
It's got a pit bull.
It's got a pit bull on it. It's not entirely full, but just the size of it is massive.
So let's do a comparison, because like this video is just all over the place. So this was the
So Steven needs more caffeine, so I got him this.
More crack. Alright, so we're getting a lot of this stuff set up for mobile. Like I said, I want to get rid of the Milwaukee stuff. I want to keep that all on the inside of the cab at some point once we get all that stuff built. But we are waiting on 2 drop-offs today. And Josh's head, as you guys saw, we're still waiting on the parts for this thing. We got to clean out the radiator. And like I said, we're going to start getting sanded down and working on this thing. So we're hoping to have this thing out of here on Friday. Yeah, it looks alright. And that'd be the time to go through and do all this shit, but unfortunately out of the budget. We are waiting. If you guys are curious, I do got to get all of this little stuff out of here. So some of this stuff's got to go to scrap. Some of it's got to get sold. I don't know yet what is what. I did notice on my truck. Here you go. So on my truck, I noticed the box kind of, I think that's just this stuff here. So that kind of tore a little bit. So we're going to have to do some touching up on that. Looks like this corner's all right, but we might end up filling that stuff in. But this has come out really good. We are working on grabbing whatever tools out of here I need. We're going to start focusing as it gets warmer outside. We're going to focus a little bit on the mobile stuff, because like here it's kind of a clusterfuck. We can't I don't know. We're still waiting on the new shop. I have bought a 06 Mega Cab, so that should be, I Thanks, Mike, for going and picking that up for me. That should be here sometime next week, if not this weekend. I bought an 06 Mega Cab with a G56 as a parts truck. So from what I understand is the frame is bent from right here. I guess a motorcycle hit it right here and bent the frame. So we're waiting on that. So this truck, unfortunately, I did not want to do this, but we are 99% positive this thing's getting a G56 swap. I thought about selling the swap to pay for the build, but we are going to be probably just G56 swapping it. I looked up the computer stuff. The computer's the hardest part. Apparently all I got to do is get the edge updated and it'll just tell the computer, hey, it's a manual now. And we don't have to deal with anything with that. So I have a spare drive shaft. We're going to get lengthened for the swap. I am not going to sell my original 48RE. We're going to keep the 48RE and the transfer case, and I'm going to get that rebuilt. So like down the road, I'll be able to swap that out. But there you go. So basically 60,000 mile truck, G56 injectors. Those are the two things. And then also comes with a bigger turbo. So we might throw a 62, 65 on here. I'm not sure yet, unless one of you guys buy it from me. Rather have the money more than I'd rather have the performance, but if I can't sell it, I might as well make some money off the videos for you guys on it. So I also like to get this back rack cleaned up a lot and see like a lot of that stuff I'd like to clean up and just move some stuff around. I understand, like, I can't make it perfect. I have a lot of stuff, but this is mainly the tool storage, and then this is like the external stuff like ratchet straps and spare fluids and all this and that. So we do have a trip on Tuesday. We were supposed to have a video for you guys. I was supposed to go up and pick up a 32-foot trailer, but that did not happen because I guess he didn't need us. So that's love, just making things not exist. There was a whole tool bag in there about, I don't know, about as long as this, so that doesn't exist anymore. So we're gonna call it good for today. We just got the other truck done. The truck that I worked on the other day, that 04.5, we had to get some things taken care of on that. Nothing warranty, of course, just, hey, come back, I need to put this part on. It's on order, it's waiting. The part finally came, I think, yesterday, so we just threw that on today. But still sitting here waiting on Josh's stuff. We're I'm assuming that it's gonna be in tomorrow. So tomorrow's Friday. So we're gonna try to have this running tomorrow, if not late Saturday, or early Saturday, I mean. So, and then all that's going together. We do need to bleed out the cooling system because I don't know where Josh got this aluminum radiator, but I need to get one for mine at some point. But that's pretty much gonna do it. I'm gonna wait on this thing here. What we're gonna do, not today, but because I came out last night and I was like, let me just get it done, but I couldn't. The heat exchanger up there, I do need to pull that out, and I haven't quite found the easiest way. I might try to tackle it now because, like, I do have a little bit of time. I might try to tackle it. I was gonna wait until we did the transmission swap, but yeah, it didn't work out that way. I need to clean off the frame here from where the old transmission fluid was. I'd like to get a good pressure washing in here if possible, but just haven't, don't really feel like working on this thing too much. All right, so I had a little bit of time. I went through and reloomed some things, the ground wire down there, and then both of these positives here, I shortened some wires up, and I ran that wire, you guys will see, and it follows the factory harness, loomed the entire way, you guys can see right there, until it comes up into that little distribution block right there. So I'm gonna get under here and show you guys this. Like I said, no matter what I do, someone always has a problem with it. But you can see, ran the whole way along, nice and neat. And it comes down over here, meets up with the factory harness right there. So that way it looks like a factory harness. Now I did that because it was sitting down here like for the longest time, and I finally decided to shorten things up. I'm also going to do the same thing with this right here. I'm going to loom this real quick, and unfortunately with a manual swap, I'm going to have to deal with that down there. I put the wires through there, and that's gonna be a problem in the future. But for now, I mean, we'll see. But I'll probably have to move those wires through somewhere else, which shouldn't be all that bad. I think this one just goes to the sensor. So, I mean, I can relume all that and rewire it all to other places. But, like, trying to keep this stuff as clean and neat as possible, slow and steady. At some point, we're also going to start pulling these boots off, and like this here, we're going to start painting the little accents eventually. I know how you guys like that teal, so we're going to start doing some stuff in that color as well when I get the chance, as things come off. I am going to call it good for the day. This thing's all loomed up, wired. Like I said, we are going to leave the fender liner out for now. My ABS light kept coming on, and it's because of this connector here, so that's a whoopsie. We're gonna get this out of his way somehow. So I'm gonna clean up. We're gonna get out of here, sweep up my mess here, and this thing's done, like wiring wise, everything's perfect. So I need to just keep myself reminded that when I go to do an install on my own stuff, I need to just take my time and only do it when I actually have the time. I had a little bit of a time today to kind of like redo some of the stuff that was already there, like all the wiring. So now it's nice. It looks factory. I won't ever have to worry about it again. The fuses are easily accessible. I like that. So nothing on this truck needs anything to do with wiring anymore. So at some point we'll figure out the rust and go from there. But we do have the G56 swap and the injectors that are the main thing. And we'll decide if we do the bigger turbo or not. I don't know. Like I said, all this stuff costs me the same amount of money whether I do it or not. It comes with it. Rather than going and spending $6,500 on all this stuff, I get a whole truck and we can do a swap. I know you guys love the G56s, so I'm going to deal with one. We'll probably run it until I can get my shop set up and then do the rebuild on my 48RE. I would like to learn how to do them. So this just gives me the time to do it. And as for this place, unfortunately, I got the comment too, like, why don't I just schedule 10 oil changes in a day? And unfortunately, I cannot have 10 different vehicles come in here in a day. It's just not possible. Township's going to be all over us. So for you guys wondering, I have to do what makes sense. A job has to be a minimal of 5 hours. And for the most part, 2 days. I can do one project that's going to take a while, but that's pretty much it. So until we're in the new shop, I can't start booking everything that I really want to. Like, I'd do oil changes and shit, whatever, but it just does not make sense, you know, for me to do that. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video. If you guys like fuel savings, check out Mudflap, link in the description. Also, if you need to get a hold of me for any reason, Steve at cpstevemiller.com. See you next